already consistently describing an effect produced by a cause which you're inferring. I am saying this whole universe, creation is an effect. Big Bang, if you believe in it, is an effect. So it's the cause is automatically inferred from the effect. So the creation is a proof that a cause exists, which has to be the creator.
I feel like that kind of works, right? The problem is that creation is pretty bad.
No, it's not.
No, creation is actually very bad.
Look.
No.
You're shifting the goalpost. Now you're saying gravity is only 9.81 meter per second. It should have been 13. It's bad.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying that. It's bad. It should have been 25. It should have been 5 kilojoules, whatever. Do you see the point?
I didn't say it.
I am saying it, right? You have to consistently acknowledge that this creation, this universe, is an effect. And there must be a cause. And this cause, just like you call that cause gravity,
Yes.
you call that cause the creator of the universe.
Yes.
Right. Same kind of methodology using.
Okay.
Consistent. So yes, if the universe exists, the creator exists also.
Yeah, but you can't test our creation and link it to God directly. Or to yours anyways. And even if that is true,
What do you mean testing?
you can't.
You're not testing gravity, you're testing the effect.
You're working it out.
Look at the effect. Look at the effect of this universe.
There is.
When
There isn't one. Like
there
can
is
explain
one.
that through natural processes. You can you pretty
hang
much
on,
explain everything.
natural processes, right? Natural law.
Yeah.
How does law become laws? How does constant become constant naturally?
I don't know. But you can't just
No.
you can't just
If
slide
you have,
on into it.
okay, let me now give you a model, okay? The other opposite, godless model. There is no God.
Yep.
There is no creation of this God.
Yep.
So what exists is absolutely nothing. So why does something exist?
Natural processes.
No,
Well,
no.
actually, to be honest, I don't actually.
wait.
I'm not even going to pretend like I know.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I'm not supposed
It's not
to.
about I don't know. It's about utilizing our critical thinking process to arrive to this knowledge. So if there was no God, no creator, no originator, so that means what we should expect is absolutely nothing. That's what it means. No
Emptiness,
creator is not even emptiness, absolutely nothing. That's what it should be. Nothing at all. The fact that we are here talking, we are something, demonstrate that there wasn't a point where there was absolute nothing. Something has created
starts
this thing.
existing.
Why does something exist? You can't describe by your natural process. What is nature? I would say nature that you describe is a creation of this God. So nature exists. Okay. So where is let's slow down. Something. Is it possible this something at one point was absolutely nothing and then something began?
Maybe.
Okay, so let's define what nothing is. Nothing in my definition is the absence of everything. That means absence of energy, absence of matter, absence of time, absence of quarks, absence of quanta, absence of gravitational fields. You know what I'm talking about? Quantum mechanics, absence of that, right? Absence of everything. So if something exists now, and at one point there was total absence of everything, how did something originate from this absolute nothingness? Is it even possible?
I don't know. It might be.
How?
It might have always existed.
No.
It might have.
Look. You see now you're arguing and saying it might already, or maybe already, always existed. Now I am saying, I give you a model. If this universe exists today now, could there be a position or a option where there was absolute nothingness? If there was absolute nothingness was the result, because it has no energy to make anything.
I know, but I'm saying it was
From
always
nothing,
there.
nothing comes.
Okay, so you are now agreeing that if something exists now, something has to always exist. Always.
I said it might.
It's not might. No. Okay, so let's now break it down again. Now I am going to argue saying there are two broad options. At one point there was absolutely nothing, or there was something always.
Infinity.
Yeah, always. Two binary
I
options.
mean, there's more.
Oh, what are there more? Come on,
I
tell
don't
me.
know. There might be more.
No, tell us what's more.
I don't know.
Look, if something existence, the options of it are, it was preceded by existence or preceded by non-existence. Either non-existence was there before or existence was there before. If you were existent, you say What existence? Temporary or constant, all the time existence? If you say no, it was only existence another, say 1 billion years only, then what it means is before 1 billion years, there was non-existence. So you see, however you look at it, either what preceded is absolute non-existence or essential, everlasting, eternal existence. That's the two options.
If it's the third,
I am
if it's
saying,
the third one,
I
say it.
am saying, it couldn't have been absolute non-existence, because from that you cannot get anything. Nothing can come from absolute nothingness. Something cannot come from. If I say, look, let me write this word nothing. This nothing made that tree. You'd say impossible. This word nothing cannot make it. And the concept of nothing, which has nothing of its own, no power, no energy, cannot make anything. So nothingness cannot have created this something that we now are here. So you are only left with one option.
I mean, you
You are. You are forced
No, 'cause
to come to the conclusion.
My point about things always existing, like some things might not, like you don't know if something doesn't need a cause. You're implying that everything needs a cause. You're about demonstrating that everything does need a cause. Everything in your worldview, our worldview, needs a cause pretty much. It doesn't imply that the universe needs one or the multiverse needs one if one exists.
No, I'm talking about existence, not about cause.
I know, but you're implying that things that exist need one.
No, I'm saying if things exist, did they always exist? Or at point there was non-existence? You are forced to come to the conclusion rationally that there has to be always existence, never a point where there was non-existence. I'm forcing you to come to that conclusion. You have no other choice. Think about it. Take your time. You have no other choice but to rationally conclude that if something exists today, there has to be always something in the past. Always. There cannot be a time where there was absolutely nothing.
Otherwise, you will have infinite regression.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Something cannot come from nothing.
But okay, you know, I might have to agree with you on that one, but like the problem.
Now
still
think
stands.
about that.
The problem, the problem still stands, right? Is that you're saying that infinite regression is.
I'm not talking about infinite regress at all. Now you probably have read some philosophical tracts here and there, materials by atheists here and there, some books, some videos. Right? Look, I have discussed with people like this, and I know they're always coming up, most of the time, not always, sorry, with strawman arguments, like the example about science that we described in our scriptures. Strawman argument. And what I have done to you to make things simply, I'm not giving you the chance to strawman anything. I'm saying, look, we exist. Either this existence always existed, or at one point it was total non-existence. You cannot have a third option. Now, which one is rational?
It was made somewhere, I guess. Somehow.
And there was before that was nothingness.
That's pretty hard.
It's very easy. It's not hard. It's very easy.
Because if you end up in a situation.
You are a rational human being. Use your rationality.
Use your common sense now.
No, use rationality.
If you end up, you come to the conclusion of things like they didn't exist before and they were brought into existence, right? Which is almost, I don't even know what you're saying. You're saying that this is hard. You're saying that there couldn't be nothingness before. There had to be always been something there. Because
No, there's two options. I'm saying. Okay, let me simplify with an example. I have a wallet on my pocket, right? This pocket. If I have no money in my wallet, and I have no friends, I have no banks, nowhere to borrow money from, can I give you 21 pounds? Impossible, because I have no money. I just told you I have no money. My
No friends, no
nothing,
no
nothing.
balance,
My
nothing.
wallet is empty of any money. So if there was this nothing to begin with, then you can't have energy, because energy is something. Energy cannot come from nothing.
I don't know why you're comparing money to the universe.
I just compared the concept of nothing.
giving
You understood
example
when
to
I say
understand
I
what
have no
he's
money
saying.
in my wallet, you understood what I mean. Money is money,
No,
nothing.
money is the universe.
No money is no money.
Yeah.
No cents, no
Yeah.
pounds, no euro, nothing, right? When I talk about something and nothing, nothing is the absence of all the something that we can think of. It's a concept, it's a conceptually, right? Understanding. If there was nothingness as a concept, there was no something, no energy, then energy cannot come from it, come out of it. Because there's nothing to come out from. You are nothing. Yeah? So what that means is, if something exists today, it forces you to the other option, that something has to always exist, always, without a beginning. It's very profound, it's very shocking for someone who doesn't believe in God, because you now have to force yourself to a conclusion where there's always something. Can you imagine that? Always something in existence. Either this universe has always been there, or something that brought this universe into existence has to be always there. We propose and say the Creator exists always. He brought this universe. It's not the universe was always there, the Creator of the universe was always there. And this is something that someone is forced to acknowledge that rationally. If you don't want to say, oh no, I don't want to accept the Creator, what you have to then argue is, and take that position and say, oh, matter, this universe always existed. That's what the atheists and materialists are forced to accept. That actually the universe, or the matter itself, always existed. And then it brings problems after problems. This is a discussion that we can have later, but at least now you realize at this point of time that it is very profoundly, mind-boggling, this concept that something always exists. It's very profound. Think and reflect on this. And this is what the Quran talks about, that Allah says He is Al-Awwal. He is the first. Before Him there was nothing.
Yeah, but everyone says that.
Yeah. So the concept of a Creator always has been that He is the first. He's always been there. And this is a concept that is rational.
Yeah, everyone believes it. So
Yeah, rational.
Every religion says that.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because those concepts which are rational to the core, this is something they have to accept it anyway. Because this is a rational foundation, the core about this, the Creator, the originator. So when you say why is it not obvious, now let's return to the other point. We believe in things even without seeing, touching, hearing, smelling, and so on, right? 5 senses. By looking at the effects. So if we can do that, you can do that with the universe. What we say is the evidence of the Creator is actually obvious, but people do not reflect on it. They want to go and say what we call deny the existence. Like you're saying, oh, the air doesn't exist because I can't see it. But I can, yeah. When it comes to visions, I can't see it. You don't have to just see things to believe in it. Like you can breathe in and you can see how it expands. You can put it in a balloon and you can see it, right? Clearly, an example is a balloon. When you blow the balloon, you can't see anything, and you can see that it's there. So there are various ways of coming to a conclusion about the reality. This universe, we can come to the conclusion of the laws that it has, of the organization that it has, within the complexity, that yes, it is a designed thing, a creation, clearly designed.
People argue that we adapted to how it was and not the other way around.
No, the whole of this material universe, from galaxies, right, from nebula, right, stars, they operate with their constant, fixed force that are in operation. They don't just fly around. They're all there following a fixed constants, right? No. What I'm saying, this demonstrates that this has been designed that way. When you say barely,
you're implying that all the forces need to be held in by something. You're implying that.
Do you know what a non-design is? For example, now, okay, let me give you an example of a design, example of non-design. Let me give you an example of design or not design. So you go to a factory and then you take all this material, right? Plastic, sand, silica, metal, and then you create an explosion. And then you expect the next generation iPhone. Because you're not designing it, right? You don't. Wait. We're saying, wait. Slowly understand that. We have.
Sometimes use examples to explain it. That's why he's just giving an example.
No, I am saying, I'm giving an example of a non-intended, non-designed process, and the outcome I'm expecting from this. The outcome from this event. Look, I want to make the next generation computers, right? With the chips, not just i6 or i7. I don't want Pentium. I don't want AMD, all this Pentium processors. I want a super processor. So what I do, I take these elements, whether semiconductors made of what, silica, whatever. I take these things and I just say, you know what, I'm going to just put them in a room and then
Make explosion.
no, not even explosion.
Sorry.
Put heat there, light there, water here, and then I'm gonna, put a whole building by crane and drop on top of it. And then what I expect out of that event, this process, a super chip, microchip. Okay, coming out. We know for sure that this kind of things will never produce anything like a super chip that we are thinking about. It will never do it. This will never happen.
Of course.
Right. So if things are not planned, this universe with its complexity that it demonstrates and the laws that operates in harmony with its constants, you cannot assume that it just happened by an explosion that happened in Big Bang and that's there is. Isn't it?
I mean, you could, but that's because
You could?
Again, I probably said this today already. But
We should make many explosions to do the next generation
Yeah,
of
man.
things.
We haven't seen universes being created. We've seen iPhones.
But you're saying it's possible to have laws, universal laws and constants by themselves without a designer.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to not believe that.
I'm saying
He's asking
so
you.
I am saying same
you
thing.
get
Probably
older?
we can get the next generation computers by doing this kind of explosions. Probably.
But you're
Why not?
implying that the Big Bang was an explosion, though, which it wasn't. It's not an explosion, it's an expansion.
Out of
They're
what?
different.
Okay. Why did it expand?
Well,
Inherent properties and laws operating within that initial condition. It did what it did because of the rules and regulation that was governing the initial conditions of matter. Matter, at that time, whatever it was, in whatever form, it was conditioned and governed and processed by rules, laws that was operating within it, inherently.
In order to
And
get
then
what
it
we have
processed.
now.
Even today, the laws of gravity, the Planck's constants, the gravitational constants, all these constants, they're so precise. Scientists have called them finely tuned, right? No, what I'm implying is this precision. No, not a Stroman argument. You see what you're doing? You're thinking about, I've read this and I know how to argue against. No, I'm saying
must be true.
you are always thinking about Stromaning. These things are a fact that they are finely tuned because they are precision engineered. We somehow don't want to say they are designed because design implies a designer. That's the natural conclusion that one comes to it. When you look at the camera and we see that precision within the camera and in the way it's built in,
we've seen
yeah.
cameras being made before. We haven't seen universes being made.
Look, if I show you a camera, wait. This is another thing that we have seen how the atheist argues. Have you seen the camera, every single camera that are made?
Obviously not.
Good.
But
So
we've
if I
seen
bring,
similar ones
no, you,
being
no,
made.
no, similar, but not the one that I'm going to give you.
Obviously not.
Right.
So
So,
we can
so
infer that they have been made by someone.
right, no. This is what you're making is an inference. You're generalizing it.
You are inferring.
So you are generalizing,
you are
right?
inferring as well.
You are generalizing.
You are doing the
So
same thing.
no,
You're doing the same
you are generalizing, aren't you? Okay. So if you're generalizing, you're saying because I know this, so I look at all of this. No one can make all these laws. So what do I generalize? There is a lawmaker.
I mean, no, because you haven't seen.
Because I know all these laws requires a maker. Look at this. Look, every single camera, think about it. Go, reverse.
Very